Hello learners, welcome to the certificate course on vermicompost technology which is conducted online by Department of Zoology, Lokmanya Tilak Mahavidyalaya, Vani. Today in this lecture we are going to study the reproductive system of earthworms. The earthworms are hermaphrodite, but they cannot fertilize by their own eggs because their genital apertures are present in different segments. Generally, the earthworms, though they are hermaphrodite, but they have a condition called Protandrous condition. In this condition, the male sex matures earlier than the female sex. That means the male gametes, they mature earlier than the female gametes. Hence, the only option to this type of animal is cross fertilization. Hence, in case of earthworms, cross fertilization takes place as there is Protandrous condition. We are going to study the two systems in earthworm separately. Firstly, we will see the male reproductive system, which include male reproductive organs. The male reproductive organs consist of two pairs of testes, then uh, one pair of testis sac, then two pairs of seminal vesicles, then two pairs of semiducal funnels may be called as spermatic funnels, then two pairs of vasa differentia, one pair of prostate gland, two pairs of accessory glands, and one pair of male genital pore. So one by one we are going to study all the organs in detail. Firstly, we start from testes. So these are two pairs of testes which are small, white and lobed structures. They are located in 10th and 11th segment. So here in this diagram we can see that this is one pair of testes which is located in 10th segment, and this one is another pair of testes which is located in 11th segment. So two testes these are located, two pair of testes these are located, one pair is located in 10th segment and other pair is located in 11th segment. They are present ventrolaterally below the alimentary canal. So they are present on the ventral side of alimentary canal, but these are present laterally on either side of alimentary canal, and they are very close to mid ventral line on either side of the ventral nerve cord. Each testis consists of 4 to 8 finger-like projections which are seen in this diagram. These 4 to 8 finger-like projections or processes which contain the rounded cells called spermatogonia cells, where the sperms are produced. They are enclosed in the testis sac. Each testis is enclosed in a testis sac. The function of testes is to produce sperms. The next part of male reproductive system, that is testes sac. So as we already seen that each testis is enclosed in a testis sac. So testes are enclosed by wide thin walled whitish structure known as testes sac. There are two testes sacs which are present in one pair is present in 10th segment and second pair is present in 11th segment. So here we can see that this is one testis sac and this one is second pair of testis sac. So these two testis sac, they are located in one in 10th segment, second one is in 11th segment. The testis sac communicate with one pair of seminal vesicle of succeeding segment. Here each testis sac communicate with the seminal vesicle of succeeding pair. The testis sac of 11th segment become somewhat larger as they enclose the seminal vesicle of that segment. Now in this diagram we can clearly see that here this is the 10th segment, this one is the 11th segment, and this one, these are the seminal vesicle. This is one pair of seminal vesicle and this is second pair of seminal vesicle. The seminal vesicle of this testis on 10th segment, these are located in 11th segment. So as this testis sac not only enclose the testes, but the testis sac of 11th segment along with testes, it also enclose the seminal vesicles. So here these are testes in 10 segment, these are testes in 11 segment, these are testes in 11 segment, and these two are the seminal vesicles. So due to the presence of seminal vesicle in 11 segment also, the testes sac of 11 segment is somewhat larger than the testes sac of 10th segment. They develop from body cavity. These testes sac, they develop from body cavity as a small outgrowth, and laterally they become sacular, that means sac-like. The next part is seminal vesicle. So as we already seen, there are two pairs of seminal vesicle. They are large white spherical structures and they are found in two pairs which are located. One pair is located in 11th segment enclosed by testes sac, and second pair, which is a large pair, located in 12th segment. In the diagram these are clearly seen. They are also called septal pouches as they are formed as an outgrowth from the septa, that means the segment which divides the septa which divide the segment. From this septa, these pouch are developed, that is seminal vesicles are developed in the form of pouch, hence they are also called as septal pouch. The seminal vesicle of 11th segment are smaller than the seminal vesicle of 12th segment, because the seminal vesicle of 11th segment, they are enclosed in the testis sac of the 11th segment, hence they are smaller in size and enclosed in the testis sac, while the seminal vesicle of 12th segment, they are free, they are not enclosed by any testis sac, and hence they are somewhat larger than the seminal vesicle of 11th segment. The function of seminal vesicle is to store the spermatogonia, or to store the sperm until maturation. So the spermatogonia cells which are present in testes, they undergo maturation division to form the spermatozoa, and these spermatozoa which are produced from spermatogonia, they are matured in seminal vesicle. The next part, semi-ducal funnel, or may be called as spermatic funnel. Now there are two pairs, or there are cup-like curvatures found in two pairs. These are present in 10th and 11th segment. They are ciliated funnel like structures. They are lying below each testis in the segment 10th and segment 11th. In diagram here is yellow colored for demarcation. These are shown in yellow colors. So these are the semiducal funnels, or you can say spermatic funnels. These spermatic funnels are located below the testes. This is present below this testis and these are present below this testis. So they are lying in the below the testis in segment number 10th and segment number 11th, and they are also enclosed within the same testis sacs of respective 10th segment and 11th segment. This function of this spermatic funnel is that it carries the mature sperms from seminal vesicle up to vas deferens. So the mature sperms from seminal vesicle move back into testis sac and they pass through the semiducal funnel into the vasa differentia. The next part is vasa differentia. So these are paired elongated tubular structures. They are elongated, narrow, ciliated thread-like tubes which extend from 12th segment up to 18th segment. So there are two pairs of seminal vesicles. They are found in two pairs and each pair lie on either side of alimentary canal. They extend from 12th up to 18th segment. In the 18th segment, they join with a thick prostatic duct. Here we can see that this is a vasa differentia, and this one is a prostatic duct. So in this 18th segment, this vasa differentia joins with this prostatic duct and form a common, this one is the common prostatic and spermatic duct. So along with the prostatic duct, the seminal vesicle forms a common prostatic and spermatic duct. The function of vas deferens: they collect sperm from spermatic funnel and carry it up to prostate gland. The next part is prostate gland. This is a gland which is found in male animals, and that surround and opens into the urethra, where it come out from the urinary bladder in case of other animals. Here these are the pair of large, white, flat, solid, irregular and lobulated glands which extend from 16th up to 20th segment. In most of the earthworms it extends from 16th to 20th segment. However, in some species it extends from 17th to 21st segment. Each gland consists of large glandular part containing many lobules and some non-glandular part consisting of several small ducts. From each prostate gland comes out a short, thick, curved prostatic duct in the 18th segment. This prostatic duct joins with respective vasa differentia of its own side and forms a common prostatic and spermatic duct. The prostatic duct opens separately through a male genital aperture on the ventral side of 18th segment. Thus, each male genital aperture has three separate you can say openings, two of vasa differentia and one of prostatic gland. So prostatic gland functions to produce prostatic fluid, which is alkaline in nature, and it activates the sperm when the sperms get mixed with prostatic fluid, and also it keeps the sperm motile. The next part is accessory glands. So these are two pairs of whitish spherical glands found, one pair in each of the 17th and one pair in 19th segment. They are found on the ventrolateral body wall on either side of the ventral nerve cord. So they are attached to ventrolateral body wall, one on either side of ventral nerve cord. They open to the outside of the body by a number of small ducts on two pairs of genital papillae, which are situated in the same respective segments, that is one a segment that is 17th and other one in 19th segment. The secretion of this accessory gland is to hold the two different animals at the time of copulation. When the when there is mating period, and during mating when two animals come together, they are kept or they are held together with the secretion of this accessory gland. So its function is to help in pseudo copulation. And last part of male reproductive system is male genital pore. So there is one pair of male genital pore which is located in 18th segment, and its function is it acts as a male reproductive pore or genital pore. So this is all regarding the male reproductive system.